So what's the future for music licensing in 2023? I've done this type of videos before throughout the years, and every single time that I start to talk about the predictions of music licensing and where the market is going, it's usually very predictable, and it's usually, how can I say this without sounding any more doom and gloom than most, but the market is going where it needs to go. There's a lot of innovations when it comes down to music licensing. There's a lot of things that have changed over the years for sure. For example, the implementation of PROs in royalty-free libraries, which is a little bit of a confusing term for a lot of people because we're selling royalty-free music, yet they allow now to upload music to royalty-free libraries that are registered with performing royalties. Now, I know this might seem a little bit confusing for a lot of you guys, especially if you're in the beginning stages of your music licensing career, but what this means is that you are allowed to sell now music that has been registered in order for you to collect royalties in a royalty-free library. I know it's a little bit confusing, but this is something that has changed over the last few years. And when I say that for the last few years, probably 4, 5, maybe 6 years actually, or more. When I first got started, you weren't allowed to sell music that was registered with PROs. Not even that, just the fact that you were affiliated with a PRO will be a no-no for you to sell your music in royalty-free libraries. Slowly, a lot of libraries started to change, Audio Jungle being one of them, and Pond5 as well, which are both royalty-free libraries, but they do accept register music with a PRO, right? And Pond5 has gone as well in the direction of having Pond5 publishing. So there's a lot of things that have changed, not to mention the addition to subscription to royalty-free libraries, pretty much just like the Netflix kind of model of just a monthly fee in order to download music, or allowing the clients to download at times unlimited music from this library. Now this has been has caused a lot of anger amongst composers, but I have been in this game for a long time and have seen the benefits actually of subscription libraries. And because of subscription libraries, which they didn't exist back in the day when I first got started, I have seen some type of predictable income actually, because it's more predictable. There's clients who are paying a monthly fee and I get recurring revenue because those clients are downloading my music. But this is something that it was quite new, really, or this is something that is new. And again, for the last few years, when I talk about last few years, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, or even 6 years ago. But this has been the evolution of music licensing or royalty-free libraries that I'm talking about here. So there's a lot of changes. Some libraries close their doors. Some libraries don't accept a certain amount of music at certain times. They only give you an allowance of how many music tracks you can submit. So these changes have always been in place in music licensing. For 2023, I don't want to play Daniel the Prophet or anything like that, even though I have predicted a few things or two, especially back in the day when Audio Jungle was added to Envato Elements as part of their subscription plan. As soon as I did a video about it, predicting that this was going to happen, it happened pretty quick. Actually, I think it happened the next day. You can go and watch that video. And I did those predictions based on just because I'm involved in these marketplaces. But this is something that we can see it happening. We can see it coming. So I don't know what else can be there for music libraries in terms of what they're going to do in order to change. There's certainly certain changes happening as we speak when it comes down to pricing, when it comes down to more memberships and stuff that they're offering to their clients. And the bottom line is that music libraries want to sell, and they only make money when you sell, when I sell my music. That's how they make money. So I think it's a business of, okay, how much am I taking in my pocket and how much the library is going to be taking in their pocket. That we have seen as well changing a lot. With certain libraries, they have changed the percentage of what we earn. And this is something that we need to really juggle with and adapt. I think that the music licensing landscape is all about adaptation. And I'm just here presenting an opportunity that a lot of people are taking advantage of and actually participating and earning money with it. So anyways, I hope that 2023 will be a good year for you and for me and for anybody that is in the music licensing industry, whether you're a beginner or you're a already experienced composer. And whatever changes are going to be happening in the music licensing industry, we'll just have to navigate through it and see how can we ride that wave in terms of the months to come in 2023. I hope this is a helpful video for you, and if you're new to music licensing or to royalty-free libraries, download my free guide, link in the description. As always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.